Hey guys, what's going on, and welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be doing something that has been in anticipation for quite some time, and those of you guys that follow me on Instagram have a huge advantage, and that is you guys can see the projects that I'm working on ahead of time before they show up on YouTube. And as some of you know, or some of you already figured out, this is my Instagram handle. Feel free to message me if you guys have questions, or follow me if you guys just are interested in this project and you guys want to have sneak peeks to future projects that are happening. I got the headlights back and they look fucking amazing. Holy shit, do they look fucking good. I don't think I would have made them look that good. I definitely would not have made them look that good. They came out really fucking good. And I was very impressed with Epic Lighting. They did an amazing job with these headlights. Now, what I asked for with my headlights is I wanted the blacked out housing, everything blacked out. The only thing I did not want blacked out is the chrome reflector on the high beams. That was the only thing I did not get blacked out. Everything else was blacked out, all the plastic, everything. And I asked for the demon eyes to be installed into the projectors. I didn't want the halo rings because that looked very cheesy and very cheesy, so I didn't get that at all. I just wanted the demon eyes. I wanted something subtle, but something that knocks a punch when I turn it on at night if I'm going to a show, or if I'm going out and I just want to show off my car for a few moments. It works amazing, and like I said, they did a fucking good job. And if you guys are like me, maybe you're a little bit busy, you can't do it yourself, or you don't know how to do it yourself, I would strongly recommend you guys get a hold of Austin. And I'm going to go ahead and leave his information right here on the screen for you guys in case you guys want to email him, or in the description below I'm going to leave his full contact info. Go ahead, shoot him an email, tell him that I sent you there, and he'll hook you guys up with a really good price to do an amazing job. Today, I'm going to show you guys how to install, and by install I mean wire, these demon eyes when you guys get them back. Because when you guys get them back, you're going to get a lot of stuff with it. If you guys opted, and in this case Austin is going to do this because he does not install shit into cars, he is going to put morimoto LEDs into your headlights. That is the top of the line LEDs you guys can put if you guys want demon eyes, or you guys want anything that glows on your vehicle. Morimoto has the best warranty on the market, and they have the best product. The cool thing is they also have this Bluetooth controller that goes inside your engine bay, and you can control your lights, how they light up, the color, all from your phone. Whereas other companies have a shitty app, or they have a remote control that you have to have inside your pocket. I didn't want any of that. I wanted something clean, high-tech, and efficient. And Epic Lighting succeeded by using the Morimoto. So you're going to get a lot of Morimoto stuff coming your way, and I'm going to show you step by step how to integrate all of those pieces when you guys get them in your car, and how to wire them in a way so when you guys are at car shows, or you guys are out somewhere, how to turn them on without having your car on. Because that's something that a lot of people do not know how to do. They just simply tap it into the headlights, or they tap it into your fog lights, or they tap it into the what is that thing called? They tap it into the fuse bay inside the car. Those are people that they just want it on when the vehicle is on. And I can control it now. I can turn it on while the vehicle is on, or I can control it when the vehicle is off. I have a lot more control over the lights. So I'm going to show you guys step by step how to do that. Because the demon lights are going to be hardwired to my battery, I'm going to need a switch to turn them off and on. And the best way to do this is I'm going to install this switch over on the footwell area of the driver's side. That way I can control it. If I'm pulling up to a car show, I can turn it on. And if I'm driving down the road, I can turn it off. That way I know that it's not going to kill the battery. So what I'm going to need to do is
run this red primary wire from the battery into here and then go across over and into the footwell area. So the best way to do that is I'm gonna have to remove the area underneath right here, and then I'm gonna have to do the same thing over there. With that area removed, I'll be able to take a piece of hard wire. I'll be able to snake it on over to that side. So let me go ahead, remove this, and if you guys have never seen me remove the footwells for both sides of the vehicle, I'm gonna go ahead and leave the link for that video right here for you guys to watch. And while you guys are changing out the footwells, you guys can upgrade your lights to a nice red color. So this is a pro trick from me to show you guys how to run the cable from the passenger side over to the driver's side. All the way back over here, there is an area where you guys can snake the cable through, and it will actually pop up over here on the driver's side. So now the only thing you have to do is remove the driver footwell to install the switch in whatever location you guys choose. I'll give you another pro trick. Anytime you're working with switches, just remember this rhyme that I'm going to tell you right now. Switches are like bitches, and they come in two. And that rhyme has saved my ass countless times, because whenever you're installing a switch on a vehicle, you're going to need two positives. One going to the battery, one going to your load, which will be the lights, the demon lights. And the best way to do it is you run enough wire, because right now the way that the cable's set up, if you guys just put one piece of primary wire on that hook and you pull it through, then you got to come back over to the other side and pull it through again. So why not just fold the primary wire in half like that, stick it in and pull it through, and then get on the other side, cut it, and then you'll have the two cables that you need. So the best thing to do is get enough primary wire for you guys to do that trick, and then you only have to run that green cable over once. This is the footwell on the driver's side lowered, and you guys can see that you have to be very careful when you drill into the Mercedes footwell. The area on this side actually has air conditioning components, so you don't want to drill into that. That's a huge mistake. And there's actually a really good spot on the Mercedes to drill, and that's right there where that little circle is. If you guys close this up, you have plenty of space for whatever accessories you guys want to mount in this area. And actually, if you really wanted to, you can move it back a few centimeters and you guys could put it right about there. So that's where I'm going to drill my hole, and that's where I'm going to put my switch. I'm going to run it right to this location right here. So this is what it looks like with the switch installed. As you guys can see, it looks perfect. And what's nice is when you push everything all back up, you cannot see the switch. So none of your buddies, if they ever want to figure out how to use the system, they won't be able to, except you guys. You guys figured out my grandmaster plan. And it's very flush, very professional. You don't have to worry about hitting it with your foot, so it's perfect. It's in the perfect spot. Now all we're gonna do is just hook up the wires going to it, and then we will be good to go. Cable is officially on the driver's side of the vehicle, and as you guys can see, I made sure that I stayed as far to the right as I could, avoiding the gas pedal, the brake, and the steering shaft. You don't want your cables getting anywhere near there. And at the same time, you also want to leave a little bit of extra cable in here in case you guys want to pull this down and then disconnect the switches. Obviously not this much extra cable. I'll pull this thing back. But now comes the important part, wiring this up. You guys are going to put a positive right here to the bottom one, a positive to the middle one, and then the top one, the one that says earth, that's going to be your ground, and there's a good grounding point right over here. So that's it for this. Now we're just going to put this back in here and then hook up our middle and our bottom. Now that you have the load and the 12 volt run to the switch just like that, as you guys can see, you need to figure out where you guys gonna ground the switch to. And the best spot is actually right up here there are 2 bolts, 14 millimeters. All you gotta do is take this one and loosen it a bit, and it's metal on metal. So this is a great grounding point. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna ground to this spot right here. And I have a set of teeth that I'm gonna slide right underneath. That way you can get a nice grounding point, and it'll work out perfectly. So let me just back out this 14 mil and then slide in the grounding point. And now with the ground cable grounded and the positive and the load wrapped with Tessa tape to prevent it from making noise underneath the footwell, we can now pass the wire over to the engine bay. And if you guys don't know how to get the wire out of the cabin and into the engine bay, I would strongly recommend that you guys watch this video here that I made, and it explains how to get cables in and out of your cabin into the engine bay without cutting any holes, without doing anything, and there's already a hole there from Mercedes. So I strongly recommend that you guys check out that video. Now we're back to the front of the vehicle, and I went ahead and accessed the forward electrical unit right here, and we're going to be tapping our demon lights into this section right here on the forward end, or this one right here. It doesn't really matter. This has positive, this has positive, and that's a negative, so nothing's going to happen there. So since my amp is going off this one, I figure the demon lights are going to go off that one down there. It's really important that you guys get a fuse for the demon lights. You guys don't want to mess them up. So this is going to go right about here, and then it's going to connect one end there, the other end to the supply wire. I'm going to wrap it so it looks all nice and professional like this. And you guys know my work. I don't play games. I don't do shoddy jobs. So it's really important to first get the positioning of how you want it, and then wrap the cables from there. Before you guys close the hood and plug in the Bluetooth controller for the morimoto lights, it's really important to make sure that the switch is actually operating correctly. And right now, as you guys can see, the switch is in the off position, but if I go ahead and flick it, the red light comes on, indicating that now my demon lights have power. So when the car is ready to go to shows, I can go ahead and leave this on, and it will just run the demon lights without having the car physically on. Also, when I go to restaurants and I want to showboat a little bit, and then when I'm done, I can turn off just like that. Now we are underneath the hood of the vehicle, and what we need to do is run the wire from the demon lights, which is this cord right over here. This cord is actually going directly into the projector housing, and we need to figure out how we are going to run all of these wires. Keep in mind, you're going to have a wire from this light, a wire from this light, and then it's all going to be controlled by the Morimoto XBT color control, which is a Bluetooth control system. So we kind of want to position everything where it's going to go. That way we can route all the wires in that direction. And for some reason I keep gravitating to this side of the car, mainly because there's two grounding points. There's a piece of metal here where I can drill in and anchor that thing. So let me play around with the positioning of that module, and then I'll try my best to show you how to connect it all to it. The important part is you want the driver to go to the controller. You want that side to be on that side, and the other side that says driver required, this is going to go right here to your lights. So that's the important part. Now that I have all that figured out, I just need to figure out where am I going to put that controller. See, I positioned the Bluetooth controller right to this area over here, which worked out fantastic because it's actually a piece of plastic right here. So you can take the piece of plastic out and then slide the piece out. Now I'm going to go ahead and run those wires in that direction to meet the controller over here, and then I'm going to run these wires in this direction to meet the controller over there. And then we'll plug everything on and then flip the switch, and the demon lights should be working perfectly. So here we are with it fully wired up. Cables are ran over here, nicely hidden in that little cubby right there. And then we have the cables running up in that direction, crossing all the way to that headlight. Controllers over here. All we have to do is put the fuse in, power it on, and then we should be able to control our demon lights. Alright guys, this is the finished install of the demon lights from Epic Lighting. As you guys can see, they did an amazing job with the housings and installing the Morimoto demon eyes into the Mercedes headlights. And I'm on cloud 9 right now. The installation wasn't that difficult, something you guys can definitely do. Just follow the instructions that I did in the video. As you can see, the Morimoto controller right here has power, and it's all being controlled by the switch inside the floorboard of the car, which is great when you guys are going to shows. You guys can just reach under here, flick that switch, and leave it going, and set your theme to whatever you like. And the lights will go ahead and change, or maybe you guys want solid lights. And another cool feature of the Morimoto system is it allows for 3 more inputs to the controller. So if later on down the road I wanted to put some more lights in the front, or I wanted to put lights underneath the car, the same controller can control it, which makes it really, really convenient. So there you go guys, like I said, really easy, and I love the way they look. Now let me put my bumper back on my car. This is the finished install at night. This is what it looks like with the demon lights running on the car. Obviously the car's on because the Mercedes logo is on, but this gives you an idea of what it'll look like at night when I'm ready to take the car out to shows, and I'll have it turned off and I'll have it controlled by the switches. If this is something you guys like, I strongly recommend that you get a hold of Epic Lighting, because they will do a fantastic job on your car. Go ahead and contact them. Their information is right here and in the description below. In the meantime, take care and see you guys next time.